Howard Gardner thinks that we don't go to school in order to have good grades. We go to school so that at the end of the school we use what we learned in our daily lives. But that's not what most students do, right? We all agree that the traditional definition of intelligence is to have a high score at what we call the IQ tests that was first created by ALFRED BINET, which is a method that requires answering a few questions in order to know how smart you are, scale to 0 to 200. In 1943, Howard Gardner created this new theory named the multiple intelligence, where he explained that there is no only one form of intelligence. Opposite of that, there are 7 types of intelligence, which means that we can learn the same thing 7 different ways. This theory is most helpful and should be known and should be learned by teachers. Let's talk about the 7 types of intelligence. The first type of intelligence, which is the most traditional one, the logical mathematical intelligence. People who can solve math problems easily, who are very organized, and they always use numbers to solve problems. The second type, which is linguistic intelligence, is the ability to read as much books as you can, have a good writing, and having the ability to transform a very boring short story that can make everyone thinks that you're a genius. On the other hand, you can have the ability to learn a new language very, very quickly. The third type, which is the interpersonal intelligence. This type of intelligence is identified by your ability to talk with people, understand them, and communicate with them in order to work with them in the future. Intrapersonal intelligence, which is the opposite of interpersonal intelligence. It's the ability to know yourself more than anyone in the world, knowing your strengths, knowing how to develop them, and knowing what not to do and what to do at the right time. The spatial intelligence is the ability to visualize things that are not there yet. Your ability to park your car, for example, your ability to see things before they come out. Most of people who have spatial intelligence are artists. The other form of intelligence is naturalist intelligence. People who can survive in the wild, who can spend as much as book in nature and can survive. Such as the movie Into the Wild. People who have a high connection with plants, herbs, animals, and rocks. Another type of intelligence, which is bodily kinesthetic intelligence, is the ability to understand and learn new things through experiencing them, through doing what we call hands out. These people are mainly dancers or athletes. Howard Gardner added 2 other forms of intelligences, which are the existential intelligence, which is the ability to answer very, very big questions, such as why should we die? Why we live? This intelligence is highly related to philosophy. The final type of intelligence is pedagogical intelligence, which is the ability to teach other people what you learn in a better way. So if someone's telling you I can't understand, you have the ability to make them understand the same points of idea in a different way. This theory should be used in our educational system in order to teach as much as people as we can, and in order to learn that there is no such one form of intelligence. Actually, we are different, and that's what makes us learn the same thing in many, many different ways. You can do this test in order to know what type of intelligence you have or intelligences you have in order to develop them and to find the best version of you. You can either look for the book or watch Howard Gardner's interview and talk through both of these links.